Good morning and welcome back to the Celtic Unrestricted View. I'm JP and we're here live in the Morven Lounge in Glasgow. And I'm with my good man, Mr. Ryan Clifford. Morning, mate. How are you?
Not bad, mate. How are you?
I'm good. I'm all right.
Cold, innit?
Wee bit chilly, mate. Minus 16. So
that's why we get coffee.
That's why we get coffee. That's what I was going to say. That's why we're here with the coffee and try to keep warm. Saying that, I've got a big glass here with ice and orange and lemonade in it as well.
Pims, you call it,
Pims in the morning. That's how the other half roll. So, obviously, Ryan, we're here for a wee chat regarding Celtic versus Aberdeen, mate. Both of us were at the game, mate. How bad was the weather last night, first and foremost?
But 1 minute it's dry, next minute it's raining cats and dogs, as they call it. I was going to say another word there, but it's the morning time out. Don't want to be saying bad words in the morning, but it was cold, wasn't it? Pretty cold. But it's Glasgow, mate, and but a few goals last night didn't half warm us up.
Yeah, 100%, mate. And what a way to bounce back in reality from what was a strange day for us on Saturday against Hibs.
Aye, it wasn't great. First half was pretty poor. Like I says it on to use in the chat that for like guys like Ida, Taylor, McCowan wasn't the worst, but for the guys to underperform, I thought was no great because they're kind of fresher than the rest of the guys. You see it, Trusty made mistakes. Engels maybe wasn't at his best, but they guys have just played a hard game. So they're allowed a bad 45 minutes. They're allowed a bad game, but the thing that I was annoyed at was the basics. You can always stick to the basics when you're not playing well. But I said, look, the second half was much better, and you see when they made the changes, it made it better. Jota, obviously we'll speak about him for last night, but he's just class, JP. He just does things so, we'll touch on for last night, but he just does things so easily that other players can't do.
Yeah.
And that's no one being bad players, it's just, he's got the knack of just doing things that looks on the eye that it's just too easy for him. And I thought it was different class when he came on and changed the game to try and help us. Obviously, I know the goal but wasn't a goal. Could have got as a draw, but did we deserve a draw? Only second half performance probably, but Hibs probably would have been pretty hard done by not to get a victory because we were pretty poor. But no, I thought it was a good reaction for Saturday's defeat. Didn't think we were at our best. The majority of the first 20 minutes wasn't great, but if that's you in third gear and you're still winning 5-1, then I think Fergie across the road will be in there on his laptop trying to figure out what he's got today because nobody will know you, mate, in that form.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Obviously, we'll touch on Celtic and the lineups, come to some comments. Good morning to everybody that's joining us across the platform.
Does the sound all right?
Yeah, I would imagine it sounds good. We've not had any comments telling us our sound's bad, mate, so I would imagine we're all good. And Jem, first up, morning JP, Ryan and the chat. Your prediction from last night's score was almost correct, JP. Damn that Morris goal in the 90th minute. Obviously, we'll touch on that one.
Don't worry, we're touching on that, and Scales is getting it.
Who's the snitches in as well? He says, gentlemen, hail, hail. Big Alan as well, morning everyone. And Scott Melville, we will call him as we know him. He says, hail, hail lads. Peter McGlone, he's in. Good morning everyone. And Peter's actually said you're a bit quiet. That's just the way he is, don't worry about it.
Is that better? Just because I'm talking quiet? Just a quiet guy, Peter.
Stephen Kennedy says, morning JP and Ryan. Good morning to you all. Hope everyone's well and I hope you all enjoyed last night as much as we did. Ryan, I'm obviously going to touch on Celtic. We all had a chat on Monday night, myself and Barry Bannon and Big Bev. Yeah, and James says it's better when you go closer to your mic. So you as well just
hold it.
You as well just holding that. Just like that. One of the hangouts.
Just like I did in the half 10 show.
So obviously Ryan, Celtic lined up in goals, Peter Schmeichel, right back Alistair Johnson, centre halves were Cameron Carter-Vickers, Austin Trusty, Jeffrey Slip came in at left back, our midfield was Arnott Engels, Callum McGregor, Rio Watati, and up top was Nicholas Kuhn, Dyson Maeda and Jota. First of all, Was that a line-up that you had in your mind to start the game?
Yes, and it's probably a line-up we should be going for the majority of the rest of the season, personally, unless it's injuries.
Not even Liam Scales?
No,
No?
nah. He's in the back. He's in the back of my mind now. I know
Back to your cupboard?
he's back to cover with the bleach. He's still there. It's no domestos now. It's the Aldi one. He's get better now, so he likes the diet stuff. No, I think Jeffrey Slip. I think you can see now. Again, it's no Greg Taylor. Greg Taylor's been very good for us, but
Yeah.
you can see that there's a difference. He's a lot more, in my opinion, assured. He's efficient. He doesn't make as many mistakes. He did make one or two. Listen, every player's going to make mistakes, but we can't highlight every mistake. But he doesn't make a mistake that's putting you in danger. And I just think he was very good last night again. He really assured Jota. I thought he was tremendous last night. And obviously, where I sit, JP, you can see him in the set after shooting it away. And he just does so. It's like, how did you do that? It's like his brain's working differently. It's phenomenal to watch. And Engels, for me, we'll touch on him again. I'm starting to be one of these, if you want to call it a fanboy. 31-year-old, I'm a fanboy, a player. And bear in mind, the guy's younger than me.
I'm glad you were talking about you there. I was going to say Engels, isn't that old, surely?
No. Watching Engels, I feel like a wee boy. Because honestly, it's just like, it's like falling in love with football again. The guy's brilliant, and that's why you pay the money for certain players. And that's why when you do be a bit braver, it's obviously going to work. But no, I was the right team. I don't know what you feel, but I think that was the right team. Considering the game at the weekend, I thought it was the right changes, and I thought the subs were right subs last night as well.
Yeah. I thought the team was the team we all kind of had a chat with Barry Barron as well, obviously on a Monday night in the dial-in. We all kind of thought that was going to be the team. There was a couple of moments in the first half, obviously I'm going to touch on. Stephen Kennedy's in my comments saying Casper was a bit dodgy with some of the passes last night. He's glad nothing came of it, because Aberdeen could have easily scored 2 in the first half. There was one where he plays a pass, and the pass is meant for Austin Trusty, but Trusty's over.
Is that the one that went past the post?
Aye. It looked like Cameron Carter-Vickers had knocked it round the post for where I was sitting, but yeah, that's the one. What was your take on that? Because he quickly turned and he kind of blamed Austin Trusty for not being in that position, whereas I thought that was down to Casper.
I thought it was Casper's fault. I think I don't know if it's complacency from him, but I think because he knows how good he is on the ball, that maybe he's expecting the defenders to always be in positions, etc. Sometimes you don't need to play for the back. You can just go long. But I know that's the style we play, and it was similar. I keep saying it about goalkeepers make mistakes. Craig Gordon was the same under Rodgers. He plays the same way, but they want to play out for the back. And once that's into your mind, it's very hard to change it. But you should change it in certain aspects, because no every partner play has to be from the back. But no, I would probably say it was probably Casper's fault. I don't know what you feel, but there was one or two moments in the first half, say 15 minutes, there was first 15 minutes, I thought Aberdeen were probably the best team. I thought we were ahead of camp. I think we was just half defending, we looked vulnerable at the back, and I'm thinking, we're going to concede here. But once we weathered that I don't want to call it weather storm, but whether the wee bit of attention of play they had, I thought that was really us into the game, and we kind of settled, and we kind of get strength for strength for there.
See, I thought, obviously you're saying there that you thought Aberdeen were the best team, or the better team for the first 15 minutes. I seen it a different way. I thought Aberdeen were very sloppy.
Right.
I thought they just gave the ball away, and they got into some good areas, and then they kind of ran out of ideas, and they lacked that sort of quality in their decision making in the final third of the game. Whereas I know what you're saying in terms of Celtic's press, and I was a wee bit off for the first 10-15 minutes, and then we kind of got to grips with the game, and once we got to grips with the game, we managed to start isolating a couple of bodies. You look at the one 20 minutes into the game, Jota picks the ball up the wing, and he just drives right in and right across the face of the goal, and then he hits a shot and the goalkeeper palms it round for a corner, and then he's doing that as if, because I thought Celtic Park at that point was quite quiet, so he's kind of doing that as if getting the crowd up. And then after that, I thought Celtic just took control, and then obviously, as you know, we were 3-0 up before half time. But obviously we're going to touch on certain individuals last night, because I thought I want to talk about Jeffrey Sloop, right? Because he plays a game on the edge for me. I watched him last night closely because he was down my side the first half. And he's away inside the pitch. But every time that boy Jensen was on like the outside overlapping all the time. But he looked, it's deceiving. How he covers the ground is unbelievable. Because he looks as if he's miles away from the...
He's very quick, isn't he?
Yeah. But he covers the ground brilliantly because he looks as if he's miles away from the wide player. And then all of a sudden, he's back into position and the guy's... He doesn't know what to do, he doesn't know where he's going. So, but I think Jeffrey Sloop, over the last period of games, has showed us now, probably, you know, he's looking like he deserves to come into the team and maybe stay on the team.
Aye, and like I says, we're saying how good Jeffrey Sloop's been. Wait to see him Tierney play.
I know.
No, that's what I'm saying now. That's it's a Premier League standard now. It's no on Greg Taylor or Liam Scales, by the way. I know Scales played left back for a wee bit last night, but it's no on them. Sometimes when somebody comes in, it's probably as well because we've seen Taylor for so long and fans have been seeing how good he is in the league and things like that. Sometimes when you see a new player, you think, that guy's good. But maybe in a few games' time, he might not be as good because it's fresh. But I just don't see that with Jeffrey Sloop. I think it's his experience as well, and he's older than some of the players in the team, so he's got that experience as well. But I know what you mean when inverted. He does it a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He tucks in a lot, and I'm like, don't get us caught, mate.
I actually thought in the period in the first half, I thought looking at Hibs' first goal at the weekend, Ryan, I thought as if they didn't want to go, especially AJ on the right hand side, it was as if they all didn't want to go wandering in case it left that gap. Especially Trusty was quite wary of the space. So obviously he's covering in to make sure he doesn't leave that wide gaping space that Hibs got to run through. But no, I thought Aberdeen, especially when they had moments of chances, I think it was was it Keskinen, or the boy Ockles, he takes a really bad touch, and obviously that leads to one of your goals. But the first goal was, I mean, talk about the guy's movement. I mean, Maeda is I just want to talk about guys in Maeda now, because he's absolutely frightening. He must be a defender's nightmare, man. He just doesn't stop running. And look at the man, the goalkeeper thinks he's got more time. He takes a couple of touches and boom, it knocks it out for a goal kick. He's right on the goalkeeper, but he starts half a way in the right wing for the position. It's just unbelievable the way he goes about it.
No, he's fantastic. And again, it's no a slouch on Adam either, but he's the main man for Celtic now up front. Either's going to have to, I don't want to say buckle his ideas up, but he's going to have to really, really knuckle down and work really hard to get back in this team. Because he might play the odd game, like maybe St. away or whatever, but the majority of the big games, I think Maeda will play up front, and I think Jordan Kuhn will be out wide. Again, I know my old man John won't like it, but we yanged on Melbourne come on last night. Maybe that's his game. It's off the bench. Maybe he's sharper, come off the bench. And some players are like that. Some players play 60 minutes and don't do nothing, but they come off the bench and it's fresh and it's better from doing that. Maybe that's what I'm seeing. I think he's better coming off the bench. He looks more an impact player. And I'm not saying he's brilliant because I've been critical of him, but if he continues to be like that off the bench, then obviously Yang won't be happy with that. He won't be happy with no playing, but he done well last night. He done well from under the goals. He done well for his own goal. And
he was good.
He was good.
He was good because he made a difference. He went by the boy McKenzie for fun a few times. And I thought, especially the second half, Nicholas Kuhn was finding it tough. He was having to cut inside quite a lot of the time. But when Yang came on, he beat the boy a couple of times and just eliminated him. When you look at I think it's Maeda's second goal, Yang, nice wee dribble by two of the players. And he, outside his boot, we flick into Johnson. Just, it was really, really great.
So that's the thing with Maeda, and again, it's not me being critical at either, but Maeda, he's in the positions where a striker should be. That's what I like about him, and that's why he's getting the goals. It's not obviously he's a good player and a good finisher, but his second goal, all he done was make a run because he knows. I think it was Arthur Johnson was put in the box. Obviously Yang. I'm sure it was Johnson that threw it in the box, wasn't it?
For me, the second goal.
Aye.
That was Johnson.
Aye.
Johnson crossed
cracking
over.
ball. He knows. See if I'm a striker, by the way. I wish I was. No, I was years ago. No. But I wish I'd love to play in that Celtic team. Because balls are getting fired at me all the time.
Yeah.
All you need to do is make sure you're in between probably the 6-yard box and the penalty box, and you know the 18-yard line,
Yeah.
and you know you're going to get a goal. Be there, and if it's either Maeda, you're going to get a goal. And that's the thing for me, his work rate's amazing, but I'm starting to realise now that maybe he is a striker. I know he's played there with Japan and he's played here in the past, but I thought he's more effective out wide. I think he's actually more effective now up front because he gives you the best of both worlds. He can score goals, but he can then give you the work rate, and then he's got Jota and Kuhn to cover that if it does go there. The only thing I think, if Greg Taylor plays, I'll be playing Maeda left mid because I think it helps him. And it lets Greg Taylor advance more, and if he's what called cheat, because he knows Maeda's there to cover him. But with Jeffrey Sloop, because he's quicker than Greg Taylor, it doesn't matter who plays up in front of him. So it's no an ability, but it helps Taylor cheat, and Maeda can then cover him, and it lets Greg Taylor go inverted and go up full. So I think with Maeda, mate, you can touch him on again, mate, but I agree with Rodgers now. I seen a few comments last night on social media saying that Rodgers shouldn't be saying this, and listen, see any player that's scoring goals for Celtic and playing well, he's always stating the obvious. They're going to get attention.
Yeah.
Whether if it's Maeda, if it's Engels, if it's Johnny Kenny, they're going to get attention. So Rodgers is just highlighting the obvious that if he continues this form, you're probably going to get a bid for him.
Yeah.
Be that the summer or January or next season, you're going to get a bid for him because teams are going to go, right, he only cost him a few £1 million. What can we get off him? So he's always stating the obvious. Now, I'm not selling Maeda. This is what the manager says. He's stating the obvious. He's no trying to sell him. He's just saying, if he continues this, I'll need to look at the board and say, listen, what's going on here?
Yeah.
There's a bid for him, then it look elsewhere. So
the thing is as well, for me, Ryan, I think he's eased the worry of a lot of Celtic fans. His fear was when Kyogo departed, oh no, what's going to happen now? Because he scored 10 goals since Kyogo's left.
Is it 26 he's got this season?
26 all in, but he scored 10 goals since Kyogo's departed. That's unbelievable, by the way. For a guy who everybody was saying, no, he's a winger and blah, blah, blah. For me, he signed for Celtic as a centre forward.
Yeah.
He came here, by the way, what I will say is he gets a game for Japan over Kyogo in the same position. He's a centre forward for Japan. So as much as people go, nah, Kyogo's better. No, he's no better at international level because he doesn't get a game at international level. So Maeda has chosen over Kyogo for their international team as a striker. And where he was at Yokohama, he was a centre forward. So let us know your thoughts on that one, folks, in terms of Maeda through the middle. Do you think Maeda should play through the middle from now until the end of the season? Anyone might surprise me. Ryan's come in with the cakes this morning. Tremendous. Brilliant. 27 watching on the channel. Totally grateful. If posh and you do like the channel, please hit the like button and the subscribe. It's totally free. It also helps the channel develop and bring us content like this to you guys in the mornings, at night time, 10:30 shows a lot. But 27 watching so far, Ryan. We've only got 2 likes. What's that all about, man?
Push the like button, come on.
Hit the like button, guys. You know where it is. It's a wee thumb up.
That's gotta pump it up. You gotta pump it up.
Thump it up or pump it up?
Thump it up. Or pump up at 10:30 later on.
But yeah, 25 watching now. Come on, guys, hit the like button for us. As I said, it hits the channel. It helps the channel, and it's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything to do it. So, yeah, Maeda for me, mate, is a natural centre forward. He's got everything and all the attributes to play through the middle and to do all the work required in order to be successful at doing the centre forward's work. He's a nightmare for defenders. His movement is frightening. There was times last night where Austin Trusty had the ball and all he had to do was look up for me and come back in, clip one in behind. Maeda was through and he wasn't doing it. He was playing across the pitch. So I thought, personally, I don't know how you feel, but big Adam Eder, on the park, man. And he was chasing everything going. He works his socks off, a big lad. And he harries people, he gets in people's face, he pushes defenders out the way to get to the ball. Not necessarily is he doing all the silky stuff with the ball, Ryan, doing things that, you know, skinning players, blah, blah, blah. But last night when he came on, mate, he puts a lot of effort in.
I think that's because he knows now that he's got a fight on his hands to be the main man, and he's got to impress every time he's on the park. Because he didn't do that on Saturday. I'm not saying he wasn't trying on Saturday, but I didn't see much for him on Saturday. Well, no, he was through emotions, and that's one thing as a Celtic player you can't do at Celtic, especially as a striker when you're trying to be the main man. Even Maeda, you can't really go at Celtic as a striker 3-4 games not playing well. You can't play well every second or third game because you're kind of getting relying on to score goals, and you might not play well, but as long as you're scoring goals, it will kind of cover the cracks in no doing anything else. But if you're not scoring goals, it'll get highlighted more. So Kyogo wasn't really scoring goals. He was still contributing to a degree, but because when he was scoring goals, nobody was talking about him going deep or anything else. They were just talking about scoring goals. So as a striker, you might not have the best ability, or you might not be doing well, work rate, etc. But see if you're scoring goals, nobody really pinpoints that. But if you're not scoring goals, then you try and not to be critical, but you pinpoint other things. Like he didn't chase that ball down. Why didn't he hold that ball up? So if Adam starts scoring goals, nobody will talk about his work rate because he's scoring goals. So I know I agree with you. He done really well when he came on last night in terms of his work rate. He was harrying, and as long as he does that anytime he's playing, see if he's not scoring goals, see as long as you're working hard and you're making things happen, then that's his job. As long as he's doing that and other players are then feeding off it, i.e. Kuhn and Jota, then that'll work. Especially maybe next season in European games. As long as he's working his socks off and he's holding the ball up and he's being physical, it will help the wingers, because the wingers will then come into play and it will help McGregor, or if it's Arne Engels, Bernardo, whoever it is, they'll feed off it as well. So, no, listen, I think he will improve. He's a young guy, he will get better, but I think he definitely knows now that he will, any time he's on the park, he'll need to do something, because he'll need to still, obviously the manager knows what he's got, because he sees him every day, but he'll need to keep reminding him, listen, I can still do this, because if he doesn't do it, he will end up getting forgot about. If only Kenny, it could be Yang, because if Yang plays, does nothing, he'll get forgot about.
He's now starting to show he can make assists, he's scoring goals. That's a few he's scored now.
We are part of the Yang gang now. I was well off a Yang gang, but keep going, Yang, I might be part of the gang.
Well, I have tried to defend him from day one.
But you couldn't defend him for his previous performance.
No, but I've tried to defend him as much as I can and say, hang off the boy, because there might just be that time when the boy comes into, you know, he might just burst onto the scene and all of a sudden...
I'll make a Richards did when he's younger, burst onto the scene.
Make
if you're watching, he burst onto the scene, son.
He's only right back, I know it, burst onto the scene. Only if James Tebben here done it,
Oh, no.
Burst right onto the scene.
He's just disappointed.
He's burst onto the scene for wrong reasons, right enough. He's burst onto the scene as a drag queen.
Aye.
But Kevy boy in the comments says, pull Maeda's mask off, and that's definitely Henrik underneath.
just need to tempt to grow his hair so he can get dreadlocks.
Aye, every hairstyle he comes in there. My daughter likes it. He'll come in next week with a ponytail. That's my daughter that likes it. My daughter likes this. They look like Scorpio at the Mortal Kombat movie.
Scorpio.
Peter McGlone says, Maeda must be getting close to Matt O'Reilly's numbers from last year now.
That's quite a good point. By the way, this is how good we have been. We've not missed Matt O'Reilly. And Matt O'Reilly was an integral part of Celtic for ever since he came here. I know for the first maybe 6 or so months, I know Aaron Moy came in and he was kind of playing kind of over him a bit under Ange, but when Matt O'Reilly was in full force, Brendan Rodgers for me changed his game. He made him into a goal scoring midfielder and he creating similar but we missed with Rodgers. He didn't replace Rodgers, but he filled that void of Rodgers, and he was tremendous. And we've not even spoken about Matt O'Reilly because Engels is doing well. You've got obviously Maeda scoring goals now. his goals went out the team, but have been replaced. So, no, that's a good point, good point.
Celtic made 778 passes last night to Aberdeen's 338. That just shows you where the game was really in the balance.
It just shows you that, obviously, domestically, I think we've not been beat at home in the league, is that right?
Aberdeen are the only team,
Aye.
and still last
Aye.
night, Aberdeen are
Aye.
the only team this season to score against
3 goals,
Celtic
innit?
this season in the league.
So we've conceded 3 goals in the league at home. Not been beat at home, I don't think. But when do you see listen, the only team that can possibly beat you, in my opinion, would be Roma Water. No, it's not going to happen, but...
Well, they did beat us, but they beat us in a game that...
It's the only team that's going to probably put up any sort, if they can, challenge you, because the only team that will get close to you in a one-half game...
16 points, close to us?
Aye, no, I mean, in a one-half game, they're the only team that can maybe do something. If they're on it, and we'll well off it, which we were at Ibrox, and we all seen that, and by the way, we still missed chances at Ibrox, so we could have still got something at the game.
Yeah,
so,
scored or not.
aye, so... No, listen, who beats you, in my opinion? Hibs beat us, aye. But again, if we didn't play in Munich, would we perform like that? I don't think so. Again, it's no a discredit to Hibs. That's just the fact that the players were obviously tired and, if you want to call it, a European hangover.
Yeah.
But no, listen, we didn't play parts of the game last night. We weren't great. Some of the defending we'll touch on wasn't great, but you're still going 1-5-1. So. Who's going to come to Celtic Park and beat you? That's us, with their passes, the percentage of possession and everything else, who's going to beat you?
You're struggling to come up with an answer for that one, aren't you? Really, in that sense. Kevin Ferry in the comments says, new venue, boys, hail, hail. No, Kevin, I don't know when the last time you've tuned in, mate. I know you've been quite busy because you've mentioned it before in a previous comment.
Yeah.
We've been in here some time now. We started last year.
Aye.
Last year, around about was it the end of the summer? Because we were in the
Aye, give or
it,
take, aye.
We started after the summer here last year, and we're in the Morven Lounge, Glasgow, mate. So we've been here for some time. We've just not been up in a couple of weeks because we've been busy with some personal stuff. Somebody's been no well, somebody's have been busy. So this is my first day back in here for a couple of weeks. But no, mate, we've been up here for some time.
A couple of games.
Couple of games, aye, couple of games. Couple of coffee sessions. Couple of coffee sessions, but Peter, no, it's not a local pub, mate. It's just a pub with some great people working in it, and obviously giving us this opportunity to come and to do this. We enjoy it, didn't we?
Oh, it's brilliant. Like you says, the Lindsay and Bonnar are very accommodating for us. So it's a brilliant wee bar. I think they've got nights on as well at the weekend as well and stuff. So karaoke.
Says it still games. Convivial, isn't it?
Oh, it's convivial. Aye, step up for a few beers. No, it's a cracking pub and we enjoy filming here. It's a good, obviously good atmosphere and it's a good opportunity to continue the podcast.
This is where we hosted our live event with Joe Miller as well. We had our live event in here last year, October, wasn't it? Aye. We had that in
That's
here
actually
as well.
flew in, by the way. It's
Near
the March now.
That's the half. Might be queuing up for another live event soon.
Get your money out.
Not to put any pressure out. Not to put any pressure out, but aye, I think we're overdue a wee live event, a chat with somebody.
I'll need
With
to.
Peter Martin in here with us as well. Aye. Peter came and joined us.
I'll need to put up the subscription fees, I think, to get us going again, man.
We were actually going to plot Peter out, because he just didn't stop talking. He kidded on before he came with a sore throat, and he wouldn't shut up and he got here, wouldn't he?
Aye, no, again, Peter was a cracking chat. Again, it's a guy in the media full of knowledge.
Yeah.
How he built himself up to where he is. People just see a face, a voice on the radio, and think that it's just that's all they do, and it's a lot more than just talking radio. These guys do so. It's also something we've found out now we're doing this, that you don't just go on a podcast or on if it's BBC Bureau or any other podcast or any other radio station. You don't just turn up. You've got to do a lot of due diligence and a lot of things and hard work behind the scenes to obviously do what you're doing. So Oh, listen, what Peter does at PLZ is fantastic, and the work he's doing to build it up is fantastic.
Yeah, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
There's Big Alan playing the Scotland.
There's Big Alan out, setting alarms off, champing somebody's round door or something. Just making sure he's not running by in his skateboard again, man. He went in his arse last time.
I was icy that day, wasn't it? Black ice.
Murder, man. And that big Rottweiler came in and jumped in top of him, didn't he?
Devil dog.
Devil dog, aye. He didn't go first, he drank a pint of Slavers.
Kaiser!
You think that's what he was shouting when the dog jumped on
Kaiser!
him? Kaiser!
This bus was it coming up, right, are you?
Aye. I dropped your pal's arms off and batter a shout you giving him. Aye.
Brilliant.
Good old Alan. Brilliant, man. Big player in Scotto. He's raging, apparently left his traffic going outside last night and ended up with Mucko in it. He's absolutely dealing.
Oh, brilliant.
It's, aye. He's, Big Alan's lying in his bed, he never made this morning, didn't he?
Aye, he was just arranging his, I think, his schedule for the week down in Scotland. He's got ride 1 week, Les Mahego the next week, so...
Picking out his next week's wardrobe, isn't he?
Aye. Aye.
He dressed up like him at the weekend at Bernie's, wasn't he?
A weekend at Allen's.
His chino shorts, that one.
Aye. Wee umbrellas and his orange and lemonade.
Aye, his wee umbrellas and his orange and lemonade. The only guy I know to go into a bar in the town and go like that, can I get a pint of lager and lime? The barman goes like that to him, we don't do cocktails.
We don't do cordial. I happened to be up Coat Bridge, by the way. I was a few years ago. It was like June, July, it was cooking. And back in the last of mine, I can't remember what pub it was. And man, can I get a bottle of Corona, please? She's like, that, Corona. I went, aye. I went, can I get limes? She went, you're in Coat Bridge, pub, we don't do limes. I'm like, all right. Hey, Bonnar. I'm like, I was a bar in Coat Bridge, actually. I can't remember the bar.
Just gives a flake.
Aye, just gives a flake with that, henna. Oh, man.
I was in a bar, I remember, in Santa Ponza, and the guy says to the guy, can I get a bottle of Corona? But it was a kind of happy hour thing, so it was like 6 Corona in a bucket for €10.
Aye. That's all right.
I got to €10. The guy done that, he was in a hurry, he was in a huff. I don't know what about right enough, because I think he'd been fighting with a member of his staff, and he was putting the hang on again and putting the ice on that in the bucket, but he was in a mood, you could tell he was in a mood. And he slammed the bucket down, man, and all the beer just started overflowing, man, and into the bucket of water, into the ice. I'm like, you need to give me another bucket. I was frightened to ask him. I was like, oh my God. I was like, you need to give me another bucket.
Just take €10, mate.
He's like, you need to give me another €10. I said, get yourself to
France.
100%.
No, but it was quite a good point that Peter says there about obviously Maeda, because Matt O'Reilly, mate, I know we spoke about him, me, you and Alan, and Barry Bannon spoke highly of him. When Ian goes there, no, you don't miss him, because that midfield's possibly some of the best midfielders we've seen the last 10 to 12 years, even maybe longer than that, in terms of how well they're together. And obviously Engels, the money we pay from people obviously didn't think he was up to it, but just shows you can't judge somebody after a few games.
No, 100%, mate. Actually, this is probably a big shout, mate. I actually think Andy Engels has been better than him.
Well, really?
I think he's better than him now. I think he's a better player than him. I think he does more than Matt O'Reilly. Matt O'Reilly was good at all the technical stuff and the finesse style of play, but I think Andy Engels gives you that energy and drive. I mean, there was one, I think it was Shadon Morris. He no longer just came on the pitch. Engels chased him, took the ball off him, ran away from him.
He's fit, isn't he?
Really
he's
fast.
A fit boy.
He's a fit boy as well, aye. So, yeah. He's, for me, he's every bit. For me now, Ryan, I think 11 million is looking like a bargain.
Massive bargain, mate. Again, I'm not really one of these guys that I know Celtic's your team, and listen, I'm a fit 1-year-old guy. I shouldn't be going, oh, this guy's good, and I love to meet this guy, but I'd love to sit down and talk to that boy. Honestly, just to meet him, he's a fantastic player.
You be like that. How you doing,
Aye, how you doing, mate? I'm 31, mate, as you. I got a photo, imagine that out of tune.
All right,
Arnie!
How you doing? Aye.
Arnie's coming out.
Aye, Arnie's giving it. Get to the chopper!
Aye. Keen Arnie McDonald's, you like that, son, aye?
Hold on, that's not the right Arnie.
Yeah, it's not right, Arnie. But no, I think last night, I think in terms of his duels, that's Big Clemmy's go-to, wasn't it? Duels. He was high in all his duels and high in his pass. I think he was first in the majority.
Big Clemmy's dueling me now.
He's probably the wonderbuster off, wasn't it? But no, Arnie Ingles is
He's the
brilliant.
guy in the toilet now. He's doing all
The containers, the lavatory.
Containers in the lavatory.
No Calvin Klein, no 69, no.
Looking for a cut. No spray, no way.
No spray, no way. Wash up, come on now. No, Ingles for me is different class, mate. You're starting to see it every week now. That he's getting better at everything. And again, that's down to the manager as well. He's believed in him. He's told the board to go and pay the money that obviously he feels it's worth bidding for him. And he's no came for anywhere though. To us, he's came for anywhere because we don't know who he was and etc. But he was playing just about majority of the games in the Bundesliga, and at a high level. I know they might not be the best of teams, but he's playing against some of the best teams in Europe, by Leverkusen, by Munich, which Dortmund no new, but they have been. So
Yeah.
I think I called it when after a few games. This boy's going to be a superstar, in my opinion. I'm not saying to make him about Celtic, but he's going to go far, in my opinion. And I think, again, I'm not selling him because we all know eventually guys like that only stay here for maybe 2-3 years and they probably get a big bid. And that's not just what happens. That's the way Celtic run and that's the way football runs as well when you get a good player. But listen, he'll be gone for probably triple what we paid, in my opinion. No, the new, hopefully. But I think he's brilliant, mate. Like you say, his work ethic. He's so fit, but I think his distribution is different class. How many times do we say, at least once a game, he plays one of the balls round the corner, and it's either Jota or Maeda.
You see the one he played through to Johnson, through the gap
He's
between
different
three
class,
players,
mate.
and one of the defenders actually cut it out for a corner. Have you commented for Big Barry McCandless? He's a contributor to the show.
Morning,
he
Baz.
says, looking sharp, JP. He says, can I just say that Engels is now looking like he can boss games? And he's getting better now with every game. Thanks very much, mate.
Barry,
I made a wee bit of effort this morning. I went and got a haircut this
I'll
morning.
just acknowledge that I'm not here, mate, right? I know I've not got my haircut yet, but come on.
31, son, you've got
Aye,
a lot of work to do.
31, aye. Is it my grey hair you can see in the camera, Barry?
31, you've got a lot of work to do. I'm 40, man, look at you.
31 and dog years, smell like.
Top of the top, man.
Aye.
Top of the top. We've got a wee comment there, I've not seen this one before. Missy Sloop, Mo Fuckers.
Jeffrey, how you doing? Is that your mum?
That's Jeffrey's mum there. Aye.
How you doing?
She says, agreed on Engels. Trusting his work, he couldn't keep pace last night.
Something you want to touch on, it, Trusty?
Yeah, obviously last night, there was a couple of moments, I'm just saying a couple, I don't want to rub it in too much to the big fella, because overall he's been okay. A couple of moments last night where he just gets caught, that wee split second, trying to dally with the ball. I disagree with the pace side of things there, because I think that's what bails him out of trouble, his pace. Obviously that man with Morris, he just gets caught behind the boy. There was one last night, I don't know if you've seen it in the first half, Ryan, where he puts himself in front of the defender, but because he's momentum, he tries to get round it, he falls. It was one of them, man. Tom Daly. Tom Daly, aye. The ball bounced right at him. Aye, as I say, I don't want to be too harsh on the big fella, but last night, like Casper, he had a couple of moments where you're going, big man, you nearly put us in trouble there.
It reminds me of Julian. I know people might think I'm not comparing them as players. I'm just saying, Julian, like some games against like Lyndon Dykes, Livingston and Kilmarnock and stuff, he was no good. He was just dead nervous. But in some games, he was brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely a warrior, strong, up for headers. I think that's just maybe the way Trusty is. Sometimes Big Julian looked like he couldn't throw anybody. And then 1 week later, he's thrown people sit down.
Yeah.
And I think Trusty's maybe like that. 1 minute, Bayern Munich, brilliant. Hibs, he wasn't great. First half, not the best. But then he's doing things that are good. So maybe that's just the way he is, mate. Maybe the longer we see him, that's the way he is. But I'll tell you what, Barry, whoever plays next to Carter Vickers must be in Dreamland. What a player he is.
Yeah.
Even last night, he might make a mistake, right? But you don't really notice it much because he kind of covers it. He'll chase after it, or there was a few times, there was one last night actually, I don't know if it was at 4-0, where I think Aberdeen were going through and goal, and I don't want to say jockeyed on, but he put him to the side, and they had to go back away. And I seen Rodgers clamp his horns, like saying, defending brilliant. He stopped at point for coming to the goal, and he forced him back. And again, people may think that's simple, but at that level, to do that all the time, consistently, that takes a good defender to know how to do that.
Yeah. A wee comment there for Michael McDonald. For some reason, try to make himself famous, but at least the less I say, the best. Let me just say, the Potter's not the best. Potter's not the best.
I'm off it, man. Have you grey hair, Michael? No, that's all right.
It's about me. His Potter's no great. I don't know.
What's he saying?
I don't know. He's obviously having a bad day today.
I'm not looking at my phone, so I'm not seeing the comments.
He's obviously having a bad day today, so we'll just, the less say the better. Kevin Ferrier, you're 55 on Friday, mate. All the best when it comes.
All the best, Kev. All the best.
Hope you have a good day, pal. Yeah, but like the Snitch says, every player makes mistakes.
Yep.
They all make mistakes.
Yep.
You know, even Carter Vickers has made mistakes. He scored an own goal in the Champions League, for God almighty. So, yeah, as I say, it's human nature.
Yep.
But aye, as I say, it's, you know, it's one of those ones where they wouldn't be in the job they're in, Ryan, if they never made mistakes, because I think Brendan plays a certain way that, you know, he wants them to make mistakes so that they can go and learn from it.
Aye, the way we play, obviously, know yourself, it can be quick, it can be ferocious, it can be intense, it can be full flown attack, and sometimes when you're going that quick, you can make the odd mistake. I think the only thing with Vickers, 9 times out of 10, none of these mistakes come to a goal, or they come to like a bloated. Like sometimes Taylor makes mistakes, it's a goal. Scales last night, goal. Trusty at Dundee, goal. Very rarely, I know G's not a mistake, that happens, right? But Alistair Johnson, once or twice out his Celtic career, there's certain guys that when they make mistakes, they don't cost you, but sometimes other mistakes cost you. The only reason they get highlighted more is because they cost you. That's why you talk about me. You don't really talk about Vickers making a mistake because it comes to nothing, but it's just unfortunate that sometimes it could be Taylor, Scales, Ida, McKibben, whoever it is, and because it's seen a goal, he made a mistake. But if Vickers makes a mistake, then you go a goal. We don't care about it. Yeah. Because you're no, it's no keep anything. It's just because it comes to something. But no, the Snitch is bang on. Listen, I made mistakes. We all made mistakes. There's certain players at Celtic make mistakes, and that's why they're at Celtic. If Carter Vickers didn't make mistakes or didn't date or wasn't injured, he'd probably wouldn't beat Celtic. Yeah. He'd probably be, I'm not saying bigger clubs, but he might be at a West Ham and an Everton or a Bournemouth. In the Premier League, he might not be in Scotland. So, no, I think that's a good point. Good point.
One player I want to talk about, mate. Young 19-year-old debutant.
Hey Jude.
Hey Jude.
Get a karaoke on,
Jude
man.
Bonnar.
Is that what you just gave me, Lindsay?
Now, he's been on the periphery for some time now. And
on the bench at Munich, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because his mum's in that.
Open goal.
Yeah.
What about Big Tosh? What a man, huh? Take the police officer's pipe. Geezer! Oh, brilliant. Big Tosh. What a guy, man. Brilliant.
Police.
Oh, brilliant. What a hero.
That was tremendous.
Brilliant. Geezer!
Aye, the police was tremendous. And then it's not until he walks away and then he realises he's a copper.
I suppose.
I spoke to Lewis about that, and obviously...
I gave him a message. So that's brilliant, big man.
It's tremendous comedy. It's brilliant. But to meet Jude Bonnar's mum and his family, and then you see what it meant to the lad last night after the game. He goes there and he gives them all a cuddle. That must have been brilliant, right?
Oh, mate, he's done what we'd have loved to do, even for a minute on the park. I've been fortunate to play in Celtic Park,
By
but
the way, he looked comfortable.
I know I did. I've been fortunate to play in Celtic Park, but no for Celtic. Big difference. Putting that jersey on in front of a massive crowd, what a feeling that
And a
must
game
be.
of that magnitude as well.
I know he says he's been obviously training with the first team, and listen, it just shows you that there is a pathway to this club. If you're good enough, if you're doing the right thing, if your attitude's right, you've got a bit of ability about you, and you obviously, this big thing down south about staying humble. You just stay humble and you work hard. You forget,
Erling Haaland.
Erling Haaland. You forget the outside noise. You just work hard and just you play for the first team, but I guarantee you, he might be back in a few weeks playing with the B team in the odd game.
Yeah.
So it keeps him grounded. So listen, he looks physically similar. We spoke about obviously when he played with a few players out against St Johnstone a few ago under Ange. The boy Joey Dawson looked alright. He looked physically, maybe no new, he's had injuries. I don't know what he's like now, but the boy Jude looks physically okay now. Obviously he'll get stronger and he'll get better, but he looked quite comfortable. He was getting involved in the play. He was shouting. He was demanding. So the boys obviously knows there's a pathway there. And listen, he's somebody that could say to guys like obviously who went down like Daniel Kelly's went away. The boy what's his name? He went to Middlesbrough.
Ben Dokes.
Josh Deddy, is that it?
Josh Deddy, aye.
No, obviously playing Middlesbrough, big club as well, but like Gordon Strachan and that, say we watched the warm-up with Gordon Duncan, with the William Hall warm-up. Gordon Strachan's right. It's up to you to do your own pathway. If you want to work hard and your attitude's there and you want to train hard and you want to show the manager that you're able to step up and do the right things on and off the park, you'll get a chance. Like Rodgers says, if I'll give you a chance if you're good enough, and obviously the boy Jude's able to come off the bench and he's obviously good enough. If you're good enough to make the bench at Celtic, mate, at that age, must be good.
Yeah, especially a manager like Brendan, giving you having confidence in you first and foremost to bring you on.
Belief.
Yeah, and putting you into a game of that magnitude, Ryan, because you're not getting on there, mate, unless there's something about you, you know. I'm very intrigued to see what can happen now, because I'm hearing a lot of good things about this boy Bonnar, and he's not been one of the ones, a bit like KT when he came. There was other people in front of KT, and it was just by chance he got his chance and he grabbed it with both hands. It's similar to this lad Bonnar. He's now jumped ahead of a couple of people just by training hard, working hard, doing the right things, and living his life the right way. So I'm intrigued to see where this boy can go, mate. Especially coming to the Celtic won the next 5 games. I think it is. They've won the league now, 6 games maybe.
Something like that.
They've won the league. So getting into the split, I would think this boy might get some game time.
Aye, no, I think so, mate. And if we go and hopefully if we went say 3-0 up at half time against St Mirren and Saturday, what did I say there Sunday?
No, you know.
Aye, no, Saturday, aye. No, I knew it was Saturday because I'm missing the game on Saturday.
At 5.
Aye, I'll be on a flight on Saturday, so I'll not see the game. I'll need to come after the plane and hopefully we've won. So
What time's your flight?
Lunchtime. It's 5:30 kickoff, isn't it?
It's a 5:30.
You try to get changed. It was maybe 12:30. We get changed to
That's
5:30.
right, aye.
So I'll be coming off a flight, but
You'll probably just be getting
I'll
there.
probably try and see if I can the second half, but I'd imagine the longer the season goes on and the longer we win games and we do go 3-4 nothing up, if that happens, you will see him getting game time. And you'll probably see some other young boys, maybe trophy day or 2 or 3 games to go if the league's finished, on the bench as well. So that's, now we talk about when do you play these boys. That's the sort of games where you introduce them. This is what you can get if you stay here and you work hard. This is where you'll get game time. St Mirren, if you're 3-0 up after 60 minutes, he may get another shot.
And James just commented, Hollybags, Ryan.
Aye, 4 nights, Ange.
Hollybags again.
Hollybags again, aye, and then I'm away again a week later, Ange. That's podcast fun as well, doesn't it, Ange? Nah, I'm only joking.
Funny how I don't get a holiday, you know what I mean? I'm always here doing this.
Aye. No, it's, aye, just one of my mates' birthday, Ange, so we're just going away for 4 nights, so, hope it's actually maybe raining in the weekend in Tenerife, so that's just my luck in it. But
the rain's mental, brother.
it's that rain that gets you wet in it, the trickle of rain. But No, I think in terms that's like
It's that rain, I've never understood that comment.
I know,
It's
it
that
gets you
rain, it
wet.
gets you wet.
I know.
Aye.
But no, I don't know what you feel on that, mate. But I do feel that there is a pathway if you're good enough or you've got the right attitude, you're doing the right thing, you impress the manager. Daniel Kelly, guys like him, was in the team. He had a chance on the bench. He was played a few games. And if he stayed and worked hard and his attitude and signed a new contract, listen, I get the money side of it, I get it. But sometimes you don't need to get that money right away. You can work towards it and then build up to it. Don't you think on that? But I think the boys obviously get grounded by his family. His mum and dad seem really grounded. They're really happy for him. And no doubt they'll be stuck to him just to keep low and keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah, like say guys like Rocco Vata, Daniel Kelly, they look to be in a hurry in order to try and get first team football. But some of these lads, you know, in order to follow their dream, I hope Jude Bonnar's one of them that, you know, like Cal McGregor, like James Forrest, like Kieran Tierney, they're willing to wait.
Even Anthony Ralston.
Even Anthony Ralston and Stephen Welsh to an extent.
Forrest.
James Forrest, yeah. I really think that you wait, you be patient, and if you show the manager the right things, the manager will play you. The manager's going to give you an opportunity, because why else would you have people there and just keep them shunned and keep them away? You're going to get your opportunity. So let's hope the lad can keep his head and obviously, yeah, see where he can go, because like I says, when we get into the split, for me personally, I think that's the kind of aim for that lad to then start getting his game time, because it's about timing, Ryan, for me as well. That when you look at the bigger picture, the timing's got to be right. But to chuck him in against Aberdeen, mate, it's a big game. It's a big game of magnitude, and yeah, the manager must have full belief in him, mate, and must have that mindset that, you know, Jude can not only go in, but he can go in and hold his own.
No, definitely. He's obviously shown in training that he can keep up with some of these guys as well, and do well. So I think as well, I've always said this, it doesn't matter if it was 20 years ago or now, maybe more now than it was maybe years ago. But I do feel now it's very hard to get into, even in my closer water. Listen, some of their guys are not even playing well now, and young boys can't get a game.
Some of them?
Well, majority of them, right? Majority are not playing well. And some of the young boys are getting took off at half time against Queen's Park, and some of the guys on the team. So it just shows you how hard it is, be it Celtic, name across the water, Aberdeen, etc. Aberdeen things like it's easier because they've not got a lot of money, so they can experiment in a way and hopefully they work out. But at Celtic, in my opinion, I know we spoke about it and you can touch on it again, mate, that I think you need to be exceptionally good at the age to be in the first team, be that at 17, 18, 19, whatever age it is, at a young age. I think you need to be one of the best, not just ability-wise, but I think off the park and the way you do your diet and the way you train and the way you look at it, I think that's actually more beneficial to you than your ability, because the more you do that, right, your ability will get stronger, mentally will get stronger, and I think that this boy's off. Again, I can't comment too much on him. It's the first I've really seen him. We're no privy to seeing B team games every week, so we don't know how he's done in the B team. I know we can look at stats and stuff, but he's been talked about to be a good player, and I think he's maybe then hopefully. Again, I don't want the media and all the press to go, oh, this boy's got to do this and do that. Let the boy play football, and let's hope he's the next one to come out of Celtic.
Yeah, we can only sit with fingers crossed. Snitch, I'm loving the love here, by the way. He says, JP, you're looking well, hail. And then he says something mental. He goes, and you, Alan. I don't know. By the way, I'm taking nothing to do with that. I don't know how you're going to take that.
Alan's playing the Scotto. I'm here doing my job. No, I'm only kidding. I hope that's a misprint.
Oh, man.
I know Ryan and Alan can be someone the alphabet, do you know what I mean? But, no, listen. Alan and JP are like my dad compared to me. I'm the youngest puppy, so I'm the wee boy of
It's
the
probably,
group.
I don't know if that's telling you that you don't look it. He's 31, by the way. He's 31.
And many times we said that I'm the fat man dog years.
Oh, tremendous, man.
I'm actually a good jumper now, by the way. I'm taking a bit of offence to that.
That's some of the best platter I've heard, man, all day.
Big Alan.
Big Alan.
Alan's
Big
a-
Alan.
A-
Alan, you're here, really?
Alan's about 6'2" and all, man. I'm about 5'5" or something.
Ah, but see when he takes his stilettos off, he's not.
When he takes his
5'11".
when he takes his cone out his horns, he's smaller.
Oh, man. I'm still waiting on him to winter to put that thing in his nut. To put that down there, he's seen it and cover his ears.
Brilliant.
He's the only one I know it, doesn't he? He goes to a traffic light on a motor stop.
Stop me, I get my cone out.
Aye. The guy gets out his motor and goes, "Look, why is there roadworks here?"
Big man playing a Scotto.
Aye, big man, he's telling them.
I'll need to come up next time with a suit.
Hey, watch him, man.
suit
Great
and tie.
Western Road he was last week, dishing out scratch cards and everything, trying to get people on board with that Scotto.
Aye. Remember, you can play our sister, man, the postcode lottery, I know.
Aye, 100%, man. Aye, the postcode lottery.
That's one thing I've noticed, I know.
Just
Actually.
picture him up at the door, can't you? Someone's knocking at the door, someone's ringing the bell.
One thing I actually did notice.
Go answer it, kid, under no.
I've noticed recently, I know, see that with Brendan, he's very much, this is the last 3 or 4 months, it's the most animated I've seen him in terms of his coaching style, and he's always whistling and wanting things quicker, and he's telling players where to go, and again, managers have got different managers. You've seen Big Clemmy on the road, just sits his dugout. Jimmy Tulane was out yesterday. Some managers like to sit and kind of assistant managers are talking. I think he's very hands-on. Again, I don't know what he's like in the training park and what he does, but he seems he's not just a manager. You can see that obviously he's an elite coach, but he looks a coach as well.
Yeah, he handles himself brilliantly. We comment here for Alan's grander again, Webby's World. He says, "Morning men, Webby on Celtic and East Fife fan. 50 plus years, Webby, sunny Tenerife. Looking forward to Alan coming to my manor for a cuddle."
Webby,
tremendous.
I'm joining you as well, mate. I'll come and see you,
Granda.
Granda.
That's a tremendous gesture.
We don't like besting, by the way. We
Alan's
don't want to
got a
laugh.
new vest. Apparently Alan's taking her a new vest.
Webby, I'll bring you a bonnet here. How's that sound? I've got you a bonnet.
Off Fergus McCann.
Aye, what's his birthday today, by the way?
I know, I've seen that, aye, wee Fergus he's signed it. I owe you, it says on it.
I owe you a bonnet, Webby.
You have to say, he's going to send you an invoice in 4 days' time.
No, thanks again, Webby. Some man. I'll see you soon, mate.
He says he'll take anything, boom. I don't know what that means. Listen,
I'll give you a pint, Webby. I'll give you a pint, Webby, and a bonnet all day.
By the way, don't go down to Veronica strip saying that. You'll get captured.
A bonnet and a pint, a packet of Chris, that's your whack. And a hat and a balloon if it's your birthday.
Aye. They don't do any old Chris, it's quavers you're getting.
Aye, quavers, prawn cocktail bands and all.
If you're lucky, the boys might get you a packet of spearmint chewing gum so that when you do a live video with them, your breath's no humming. Tremendous, man. Big Alan's going to get it down. By the way, I've got it here. It was Alan that told me to say that, baby, just in case you're wondering.
I hope you're well, Webby. Hope the sun's
Hope you're
shining.
well, mate. Hope everything's going well over in sunny Tenerife.
Baltic here.
Not been any Tenerife for the weekend, Ryan says.
Apparently, aye.
So, aye. As Maestro says, a hat and a blood and he looks like a ragman. What?
Oh, man.
Them Tenerife's a tray of shots. Play the skittle. Skittle bombs.
Skittle bombs, aye.
Play the skittle. Play the skittle.
Orange one or Jaeger bomb is what you want.
Orange and Jaeger bombs.
Oh, brilliant, man.
We'll get you in as long as you take one of these shots.
Aye, tequila those.
Aye.
It's the beauty of live podcasting, man. You just come up with anything.
Aye. What like Yazoo, strawberry monk, you need to take 2 shots here before we let you in.
What are you doing with me? Try to get it out.
He's in the tumbler with a plunger. Oh, tremendous, man.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh.
Now, we'll see you anyway. We'll try and get a video as well, mate. We're over there, so...
Me and you are funny on Chubby Brown.
No, I hope you're well, Webby. Good man. Good sport.
Aye, good sport. A better sport than some of that sport you watch.
Aye. But no, I think overall, mate, that was a good performance last night. I obviously about the goal. That's the only thing that I was critical last night. I was.
Can you be critical?
No critical of the game. But
the goal we conceded.
I was wanting a clean sheet. That's why I was so disappointed about the goal.
Through Casper's legs?
For me, skills.
I think he's got to do better.
I watched that again last night. He probably could be doing better, right? But
I know what you're saying about skills.
I watched the game. I watched the game last night, and the ball's coming in, and he's looked at Morris 2 or 3 times. He knows where he is.
Yeah.
And then he's turned again, and then he's lost him, and he's got to get tighter. I don't know what. This is not just on skill. This is general football. This is general defenders, right? Why did defenders, the fullbacks, when it comes to wingers, why did they let them bring it down? Why did they let them? And then, as soon as that ball's in the air, shut them down. I know, honestly, it's one thing that annoys me. I was a defender, right, so I can't comment. Anybody who played defence, you can tell me why they did that. But the first thing, when I done as a striker, if I knew the ball was coming out the fullback, you know right away. And you're making your mind up for him. If Scales does that, Morris is like, right, they go here, they go. Because he gave him that leeway, he's able to. That's the only thing I can be critical of.
See when he goes to the ball, and the ball gets played across, when Gooey plays the ball across, you see Scales, he's side on. Mm-hmm. So instead of taking a step into his right-hand side, his left, if he steps into his left-hand side, he forces Morris inside the pitch.
It's just his body position.
He just takes that slight step to the right, and Morris just drops his shoulder.
It was just the fact it'd have been good to, obviously we scored 5 goals, so it's not much of a difference, but it'd have been good to get a clean sheet as well. But no, that's the only thing. It was only thing I can say last night was we didn't keep a clean sheet.
Yeah.
Because track finish. Because we did this.
To be fair, I mean, he was through the one with Trusty. He was through before that and put it wide.
Again, it's another mistake he made last night.
Yeah.
So it's not just on Scales. It was Trusty made a few mistakes last night as well, and like you mentioned, it's mistakes. They're going to do it, but we can't be critical of the performance at all. You've won 5. You've scored 5 goals at home, and like we said when we started the show, we were in second and third gear.
Yeah.
And you've scored 5 goals at home.
You've won 5-1.
Who? See, unless we have a right half day like we did, a right half, like Hibs, who beats you? And that's not me being cocky. It's just
beat us on Saturday.
No, that's what I'm saying. But take away a bad first half.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know this is going to sound stupid, but we won the second half.
Yeah.
Right, I know that. I know. Listen, it makes no difference.
I know what you're saying, but we did.
We showed it up the second half. We should have got the goal. Listen, I know we've spoken about it, but you spoke about it the other day that it's inconclusive, right? So the way I see it is, and I don't know what you feel on it, mate, but the way I see it is, if the on-field referee and the linesman have gave it, and there's no sufficient evidence to prove otherwise, you need to give it. So be it that's against us or for us, so if it's a penalty or a free kick or whatever it is, a red card possibility, that they can't prove, if it's for us or against us, you need to give what's on field, because see this VAR review now, right? Mm-hmm. See if they now admit that the referees were right, etc., then you've kind of went away from trusting the referees. You've got to trust the referees. They're the guys that are on the park. If you cannot show the evidence or decide that it's in or out through proper evidence, you need to say it's inconclusive and it's a goal.
Yeah.
That's just the only thing. I don't know how this is a big debate. It should have been a goal.
Yeah, well, the ref and the linesman have gave the goal, so I don't even know why
And the linesman's far closer than a camera.
Yeah, 100%, because the camera's at the 18-yard line, isn't it? Wee question there for Maestro before we finish up. Do you think if we'd sat deeper against Hibs in the first half, we could have hit them on the break? No, not with the team that started the first half, unfortunately. because you can't play that final third press with that team. So for me, I think to do that, Maestro, you need to have Jota, Maeda through the middle, and then Kun out the right to put that extensive pace and pressure on the team. And you saw the difference in the second half, mate, when you do have them on the pitch, and even last night you seen it, when you do have them on the pitch, they give you that extra bit of energy. Unfortunately, Ida lacks in that sort of high intensity running pace. He's got pace and he's got power and that physicality, but unfortunately, a bit similar to Giacomakis, Ryan. I think that, you know, when you've got to do a half press when Ida starts because you've not got that high intensity running that Maeda unfortunately gives you through the middle.
No, I agree with you, mate. That was one reason why Kyogo was so good, because if you listen, football is totally, the way I see football is you can coach and you can put transitions of play and pressing, etc. For me, you just run after the ball and you just chase and hardy and stuff. But football's all changed now, and the striker, well, under Ange anyway, the way I seen it was Kyogo kind of triggered the press.
Yeah.
So as soon as he ran, they all went that way. And I think Maeda's the same, but he doesn't know he's quick, but it's not as intense as that. Giacomakis was the same. So the team must be like, are we going here? Are we staying? So, but as soon as Maeda, like he says, and Jota, then the full team.
Yeah.
And and you seen it like I just.
It's explosive, man.
I know we're nearly finished, mate, but for me, I'll get your last opinion on this, but the guys involved in getting Jota back, if it was Chris Mackay, Lawwell, Desmond, Rodgers, Mickelson, whoever it was, to get that, for me that was at the blowing last minute. That wasn't planned. It was just obviously through Kyogo leaving. I know it's a separate deal, but I know there's a few of them across the water were saying he's going to flop and stuff like that. This guy is brilliant. People saying, oh, he's found his level. Listen, he's had a bad 18 months, and if he was at Celtic for the 18 months, he wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
He'd be away for Paul bigger money than he left. The guy has got everything in his locker. He can defend, he tracks his runners, he can score goals, he creates. But like you says, see when he's got the ball at his feet, I do it, you probably do it. Where do you go? Go and do something. Yeah. He gets you off your feet. He's so good, man. And there's players that are just born naturally to play football, and Jota's one of them.
Yeah, he's unbelievable, mate. There was a couple of moments last night where he was receiving the ball and he was already one or two passes ahead of where he knew where he was putting the ball. There was one or two moments where the lad Jensen nicks the ball off him and it goes for a shy, but it was going through his legs. And then there was one in the second half down your way where he actually nutted his son and Jensen falls over and he runs round him. It's just
Magnuts.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just phenomenal, Ryan. It's just absolutely phenomenal. He sees the game a different way from others. I don't know if it's just me, mate. The last, obviously, we touched on him earlier, the lad Yang. For me, his ball control's got better in the last recent wee while.
Do you think that's because he's playing with better players or not?
Probably. I think because he's training with guys like Jota.
Nerofsky, Johnny Kenny.
No, that's it. I think he's training with guys like Jota. He's training with guys like, Nicholas Kuhn, Arne Engels, guys that can take the ball and take areas and they can really play. And he must be he's got to be learning, because even last night his control for his assists recently and obviously his goal, that control, he'd drag it on from his left, onto his right, to ping it in. It was just frightening. And he's 1-2 with McCown as well, because it was an outside of the boot flick to McCown, and then he makes a run. But he's got pace as well, and I've watched him over the last wee while. For me, he's getting faster. He's learning it. He's got that physicality about him now, and he looks as if he's getting heavier up top as well.
Jota or Yang?
No, Yang. Yang. He looks as if he's getting a wee bit. His physique looks as if it's kind of changing.
I don't know
if he's stopped eating noodles now, and he's now starting eating steak, beef and stuff.
It's elite soy sauce, man. You're using now,
Aye.
Yang, I'm doing that. I know, mate. That's how I've lost a bit of time, mate. I'm using the elite stuff now. But no, on a serious matter, Yang's. Listen, he's obviously got some sort of ability. Whether or not it's going to beat Celtic to make Celtic better longer term for the start of the games, I personally still can't see it. I think he's got to do it in a longer longevity. some players are just better off the bench. Some players are just, it's no cameo roles, but some players just bring you something different off the bench. And if he's going to continue like that, then he'll be in the team. Because the manager knows he can count on him to come and do something. Whether or not it's going to be good enough to start a game, I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's definitely got something. Whether or not it's going to make us better, like I says, improve longer term, who knows? He'll need to probably start doing it regularly now. Because you can't wait, like we've said, 18 months to then start going, right, I'm now going to be a Celtic player. You need to do it as soon as you sign. Obviously, the bedding period and for a foreign country, I get that. But listen, if he continues the way he's going, off to James Forrest will be back soon as well. So it's another option for us. And it's more competition for Yanni as well. So, no, listen, if he continues the way he done last night and what he's done in the last few weeks, then I don't see any reason why he came off the bench. You're not going to have any, oh no, there's Yankee on now. Oh no, is he going to do it? No, you're going to go, right, okay, you come on and do something. If that's the way he's going to continue, then...
Do you think Brendan's starting to notice that with Yang though, Ryan, and that's why he's bringing them on, because he knows he's now having impacts in games? Because he's now, I mean, look at the game against Bayern, man. As you say,
Prime
Champions League,
Neymar.
As a team, when he comes on against teams in the Champions League, man, he looks as if he's, like as you said, prime Neymar.
Take that mask off, Yang.
But you're like, he's skinning people for fun, his running intensity's really high, he brings a great energy in the games, and he done the same last night when he came on. Because I bet there were Celtic fans at the game last night that were really worried when they seen the sub happening and gone, oh, here we go.
What game was it we played before the Bayern game at home? And he scored?
Dundee United?
Aye, before he came on.
No, it was a Dundee game. And
Aye.
Was it a Rafe Rovers game in the Cup?
I think so.
Is that the one he scored? And
He came off the bench. He came off the bench and the guy next to him was like, oh no, man, he's came on. And then he scored. I was like, what a player! I've always knew I could count on him.
Aye.
That's just a curse, innit? That guy's not doing well, this guy's, and then boom.
Aye.
And then that's what happens in all the group chats, and he's not playing well. Boom. All right, I'll take that back.
Yeah, no worries. Kevin Ferrier says, hail guys, good to speak to you. Hail, got to go.
Hail,
Have a good day,
Kev.
Kevin, hope you're well, pal.
Hope you're well.
But aye, that's all we've got time for now. Cheers for coming in again.
I want to get that wee button, mate.
Having a wee chat.
Oh.
I know, we need to get that wee emoji button or something that just pops up. And hang there. A bit like Alan's phone when he does that and the rain comes down and thumbs start appearing and stuff like
Last
that.
shaft of Scotland. Oh, no.
17 minutes past 12. Alan will probably just be stoking for his tea break now, I'd imagine.
Where is he today? Leslie Hagel or something today? Fife? East Kilbride today.
Aye, apparently he's scaring mains up at East Kilbride Shopping Centre. He went in a huff, a bus nearly knocked him down about half an hour ago through the traffic going on the bus.
What was that video? Steady. Anne! Fuck's sake, Anne!
Aye, you guy getting hold down with the bus.
Fuck's sake, Harry!
Walked out and on the bus. Aye.
Oh, brilliant.
Big man wrapped around a 46 wheel. Brilliant. He was an Irish bus driver, I know.
Oh,
The boss came down, where the hell were you when you crashed into that gabs up the stair collecting the fares, mate?
Bye, driver. Bye-bye. Oh, brilliant.
Aye, tremendous. But, yeah, thanks to you guys who have tuned in
Yep,
with us
thanks
this
a lot.
morning. Hope everybody's well. Enjoyed the game last night. We've enjoyed the show today. We've enjoyed the chat, haven't we?
As
If
always.
you haven't already and you do enjoy the show, please hit the like button and the subscribe. It's totally free and we'll be indebted to you for eternity.
Yep.
But for the time being, for myself, I want to say a massive cheerio. Hail. And I hope you
Hail.
enjoy the rest of your weeks.
Yep.
And you'll need to do the honours for us, Ryan.
I'll see you very soon. I need to press that big button.
You need to press that button now, mate. Aye, that's it. So thanks to everybody that's tuned in with us. Bye-bye.